Hello! Today I wanted to do some samples of the Herbin, like special edition inks. Emerald of Chaleur, Blue Ocean, Stormy Grey, and Rouge Hematite. All of these are 1670. If I said any of that wrong, I'm sorry. So, what actually I wanted to do was not only just test these, but also compare them to what I do have of the Diamine Shimmertastic inks, so that we could see which one was the sparkliest. Granted, I don't have all the colors of the Diamine, but I think we'll get an idea. So, let me try to angle this down a little bit. We will try Blue Ocean first. And to me, it looks closest in the bottle to, let me pull these out, to Diamine Shimmering Seas. They look sort of similar. So, let's try it out. Did I shake this? I feel like I did. Let's do it again. That already looks pretty. Ooh. So I bought this sample pack from Goulet Pens a while back, and I totally forgot I had them. Okay then, so that is sparkly as well. I'm interested to check the prices of these as far as large bottles go, because this looks very similar to the other. So just gonna clean this off. I'm going to let them all dry, and then I will take you on a little tour of all of them and see how they turned out. Just trying to clean up my quill here. Okay. Alright, so let's try Stormy Grey next. I'm really liking all these shimmery inks. The ink gods have finally heard my prayers. Alright, so let's try Stormy Grey. Were they all doing it?
Yeah. Are you still making a video?
Yes. Alright, so this is definitely a gray, not a black. It's sort of ish. No, it's a gray. It's a dark gray. But it's called Stormy Grey, so that makes sense, right? So, I think my viewers know I have dogs and a husband that I'll sometimes talk to. Next is the Rouge Hematite, and as I understand it, this was like the second generation of this ink. Apparently the first generation was better, or I don't know. I remember reading about some sort of pen ink controversy or something, but we'll see how this one goes, because this is really the one that's available widely now, and so why worry about the first version that, you know, is impossible or really expensive to find anyway, because these inks are already expensive as it is. So weird writing with a glass quill, because at some points it feels totally dry, and then you just turn it a little bit and it feels like it's full of ink. So one thing I'm noticing, I don't know if you can see that. I think you can, like right up in this area it looks kind of green. I think you can see some of the shimmer up there on this glass quill. And last we have Emerald of Chivor. Chivor. I'm sure it's not Chiver. Ooh, this is like a turquoise looking. Alright. Ooh. Now that is pretty. I'm liking that a lot. Ooh. Oops. Now that is beautiful. Really like that one. Wow. That is pretty. And you can even kind of see the a little bit. See the iridescence a little bit. Right. So those were the 4 that I had. I think there are only 4 in this little, I don't know if it's a collection or what. So here they are. Let's take a tour, and then we'll do a comparison between these and the Diamine. So the Blue Ocean is beautiful. That is a true blue, I would say, and it looks like it has gold shimmer in it. It's not exactly how it's coming across on camera. Let's see. No, it's it comes across on camera, at least the way it looks to me on the window here. It looks a little grayish, but it's quite a vibrant dark blue in real life. And it's pretty, it's sparkly. You can see the sparkle in the letters, although I would say obviously it's more prominent where it's thick, and you can't really see much of it where it says the 1670, even though that's not actually, you know, that might be like a fine pen would write like that, a fine nib would write. The next one is Stormy Gray, and so it's like a dark gray with a golden shimmer to it. At first I thought it was silver, but it is definitely a gold shimmer. And again, you can't really see it here, barely, but not noticeable. Oh, I'm sorry, but not noticeable at all. I apologize if that wasn't even on camera. I get too into looking at it myself. I forget I need to look at it through the camera. So, Then the Rouge Hematite, that is just a nice red with a gold shimmer to it. The shading looks really nice on that J. That looks really pretty. It kind of has that rust color, but I wouldn't say it's a consistent rust color, but where it does come through, it's really pretty. I would say this one has the prettiest shading out of all of them because it has that changing color. That's very pretty. Very pretty. I think all of these would do best with a fat nib, a juicy nib on a pen. These, I think it's kind of wasted. This and the Diamine, if you use a fine or an extra fine pen or nib, you're just kind of, you're not going to get the full effect of, you know, like the shading or the shimmer that you would see if you would actually use a wider nib. So the Emerald of Chaleur, it is coming across, I think, darker on my camera than it is in real life, but it is like a deep but bright teal, and it has a gold shimmer to it. And I just like this color. It's not necessarily like any more shimmery than any of the other ones. I think this one, again, has the prettiest shading, but I just really like this color. So I think all of these colors are definitely practical and usable. There's nothing too crazy here, and I think that all of them are really pretty. I don't remember how much these are a bottle, but something in me is saying they were pretty expensive. If I run my finger over them, I was kind of interested to see if shimmer would come off, and I don't think that you can see that on camera, but it kind of does. Some of the shimmer does rub off, but for the most part it stays there in the ink. So yeah, I think that you can see the shimmer pretty well on all of these. And now to compare it to the Diamine Shimmertastic. So why don't I just rip the page out and then I'll hold it. I'll hold them next to each other. So you're going to have to just bear with me. I hadn't thought this far ahead, but this is all kind of impromptu. Okay. I watch some YouTube videos. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and some of them, people just are like, I mean, they're like professionals, and that is definitely not me. This is a hobby, and it's fun, definitely not a job. So, you know, it's not always perfect. So the closest, I would say, to Blue Ocean that I have, I was missing, I think it was Blue Pearl, was the one that they did not have when I was ordering my samples. This is Shimmering Seas. So that's the one that I have that's closest, but I think that Blue Ocean is probably close to Blue Pearl from what I've seen. But Shimmering Seas is definitely a darker navy. This is a brighter blue, and I think Blue Pearl is closest to that. Then Stormy Grey compared to Sparkling Shadow, because those both have a gold. To me, they look exactly the same. I don't see any difference between them. I would say maybe the Shimmertastic has more shimmer in it, a little bit more, but as far as the color, they look exactly the same. Yeah, I think the Shimmertastic has more shimmer in it, to be really honest with you. It just seems more prominent on these Shimmertastics. I didn't get any of the reds, so I can't compare Rouge Hematite to any of the reds, but I'm regretting that. I will probably order some of the samples of the reds my next pen order. And then I don't think there's really anything that's comparable as far as the last color, Emerald of Chaleur. There just wasn't a, I'm looking at mine, and I think I pretty much got like all the colors except for like a burgundy, a red, and a yellow, and then Blue Pearl. There just wasn't anything that was even comparable to that. So that was just a deep teal that has that gold shimmer. So with the Herbin, they're all gold shimmer. And they're all, I think, you know, pretty basic, usable, functional colors. The Shimmertastic has a larger range. It has different color shimmers in it. Some of them are silver, some of them are gold. I would say overall, when I'm looking at both of these papers, and I know it's hard to see on camera, but I think that the Shimmertastic just seems to have a little more shimmer to it. And a little more shading in some of the inks comes through. So, but overall, I think they're all pretty. I don't think you need to get Stormy Gray and Sparkling Shadow. I think one or the other is fine. Probably Blue Ocean and Blue Pearl are very similar, so one or the other is probably fine. But all the rest are different, and they're all beautiful. And if I could afford them, I would buy full bottles of the full line of Shimmertastics and the full line of these Herbin 1670 special edition inks. But samples, they work well too. So we can go with that for now. So I hope that you found this useful and that the comparison was helpful to you. I think they're all beautiful, and like I said, I would buy them all if I had all the money in the world. Have a great day, and I will speak with you soon. Bye-bye.